So my name's Kim Sabini, and I was diagnosed with retroperitoneal leiomyosarcoma in May of 2020. And it actually started in February of 2020. I just went to the doctor and I had a pain, and I had an ultrasound and a CT, and they saw something, and then they said, well, we need an MRI. Then they said, we need a PET scan, and then we need another CT, and then they said, okay, we need to do a biopsy. And so they did the biopsy here, but they couldn't tell what it was, and so they sent it down to Stanford, and they were the one who diagnosed it. And that took 3.5 months to find what it was. And then a month later I had surgery, and I had the mass and my left adrenal gland and my left kidney taken out. It just, if they look at you enough, they find things. And so, then you have cysts on your pancreas, you have nodules in your lungs, and you get all that checked out. But last month I had my 2-year scan, was the 2-year mark, and it was the best ones I'd ever had, and it was all clear. And the cool thing is that at 2 years, the recurrence rate drops from 50% down to 10. And so now I'm just on 6-month ones, and then for 3 years, and then I go to, for 5 years, once a year for the scans. When you hear people's stories and what they went through with their chemo and their radiation, I'm just super thankful that I didn't have to go through that. But at the same time, I realize from how strong they all are and how inspirational they all are that if my cancer did recur, I think I'd be strong enough to go through that stuff, and I know that I'd have this group's support to help me through it. I've pretty much worked out my whole life, but I've never had anyone like Mena who guided you and motivated you and challenged you the way she does.
Yeah, Kim. Don't you worry about my watch.
And so I was able to get my muscle back, and I just feel really strong and like I could kind of do anything. So it's been a really good program. So if there was one word I had to pick to describe the Warrior program, I would pick the word awesome. Just because it's a great group of people, and it truly helps you get stronger and just feel more like yourself and get back to the way you were before you had the diagnosis and went through everything.